Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Bhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Janaha Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Janaha. The song was going on. Regarding the whole Krishna's episode brought into the individuals, the jivas association. Somehow we have to link ourselves to the divine, and here we take this opportunity to lift ourselves to the level of the companions of the Lord. When the Leela takes place, when God descends to earth, we see various things happening, everything that is associated with Him, whether it's Rama, Krishna or anybody else. Each avatara, when they come down, now for the present age there is Sri Ramakrishna. And Leela is associated with so many things, so many people, so many places. Each wants to be in that place in the way the Lord is associated with it. Krishna was leaning on a tree, dipped in the love of the bhaktas. The tree I want to be. Krishna walked on the sand bank of Yamuna. I want to be that sand bank. Krishna bathed in the river of Yamuna. I want to be that water. Krishna moved about in a grove, and that mango grew, the flower grew, the gardens. I want to be that garden. So each thing associated with God, I want to get associated with the God in such a way that I eternally be in His company. So here we see the author of the Dasharati, a saintly personality whose life was given to the Lord's feet forever. So, and if not, but the cowherd's love can hold thee in Vrindavan's way. What for Krishna was visit and be there in the Vrindavan only for the love of the gopis. But for their love, there was no need for him to go there at all. Then Lord, let the Ashruti too become thy cowherd and thy slave. For the love of the gopis, the dedication, the giving, self-giving, unconditional giving forever to the Supreme Lord of the universe, who could be with everyone in the same degree, equally with all at a time. I, because of my personality, limitations, my bodily identity, I can be one with a one person. I cannot be together with two different people at two different places. But God has no limitations like that. He can manifest wherever His devotee is there and be with the devotee intimately associated. So here we see that let me also become the cowherd of Vrindavan. Let me also be the slave that is giving myself entirely at His disposal to be handled and governed by Him. Again they sang one more song. The whole, now in the above song, the association with every object, I want to be that object which is associated with Krishna's life. Now here in this song, the whole thing changes. Sing, O bird, that nestles deep within my heart. Sing, O bird, that sits on the kalpataru of Brahman. Sing God's everlasting praise. Taste, O bird, of the four fruits of kalpatri, dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Sing, O bird, He alone is the comfort of my soul. Sing, O bird, He alone is my life's enduring joy. O thou wondrous bird of my life, sing aloud in my heart, unceasingly sing, O bird. Sing forevermore, even as the thirsty chatak sings for the raindrop from the cloud. This is the song. Two terms we use for one's own self. The Jivatman is always referred to as bird or Hamsa. उड़ जा रे हमसा पवन वेग तेरे इस दुनिया में कोई नहीं. There is nobody yours here in this world. Fly away, far away from this world, where love and love alone is there. So, Hamsa is addressing my own innermost self dissociated from body. It is supposed to live like a living in a nest. It is same term is used addressing a bird, especially the kogila, the, what do you call in English? Cuckoo. Cuckoo bird. Hadu kogile is one of the terms that is used. Sing, O bird. That bird is used the term because it's going to be flying away one day. The inner self is going to leave the body. It has come from somewhere in this body, occupied this body. It is living like some rented house in which a person lives for some times and walks off. So, like that, guests come in the guest houses and go away. People come to the market, the sellers and buyers move about throughout the day. When night falls, all walk off. Birds fly, come in on a tree and sit sometime, fly away. They sit in the angan for few minutes moon, jump here, there, search for some food, fly away. So this flying away is associated with the bird, which is Jivatman. Jivatman is considered as the resident of this nest, the bodily existence. So here he is addressing the bird, means, oh my soul, my self, my Jivatman, the one who is dwelling in this body. When I am associated with this body, when I am identified with this body, I am body. I feel, understand, there is a self which is myself. But now at present I am identified with the body, bodily existence. This existence which is associated with this body, the three bodies. It is just like a bird sitting in a nest. One day it will fly away. It is going to fly away. So this addressing the bird, addressing his own self, the innermost self, that is transmigratory self, which has come from some other body here and it's going to go away one day. That's why it's addressed always as bird. Here the poet is, the saint poet is addressing his own self. Oh myself, listen, sing the glories of God. The mind, we have got various layers of existence. There is bodily existence, there is pranic existence. Prana means the energy in a living body is called prana. Now outside it's just energy, here it is prana because it is associated with consciousness, manifestation of consciousness. Manifestation of consciousness through matter, this body. Body is matter, is life. Life is expression of consciousness through matter. So life is there wherever their consciousness is there. I am conscious. So consciousness expressing is. Now this bodily existence is addressing his own self, which is independent of the body. When I am associated with body, I cannot know where from I came, which part has come into this, which part is going to go away. Because I am always, the moment I wake up, I am associated with body. After my spiritual awakening, I go from the Deha Bhava to Jiva Bhava. When I go to Jiva Bhava, the identification with the body breaks off and my identity with the subtle and causal body remains. Sukshma Sharira and Karana Sharira will remain. Just like I am in dream state, but wake up to the external world. I am totally dissociated with the body. Spiritual awakening. With the spiritual awakening, the Brahma Granthi breaks, the knot between the physical body and the Chaitanya breaks off. Then we are, just like I identify with my own body now, I identify with the Jivatman which has come. I am independent of body in waking state and I am living in this body as a indweller. So when I associate, when I become the Jivatman, which is possible only when I wake up, spiritually wake up. When I am spiritually awake, then I will know, I will recognize. So here we see that we are bodies, but one day I will realize, I understand that self is there, which is, I don't know what is it doing. My self which has come from some other body, that is the bird. That is the bird. That is the Jivatman, which is going to go. I am addressing my own Jivatman. Being a body, I am addressing. I am associated, means I have not become separate from it. When do you know it's separate? When it dissociates from the body. How it happens? Like coconut. The coconut, when it starts drying up, slowly inner water dries up, it becomes copra. It separates from the shell. It is inside shaking. Like that, we separate from the body and live in the same body, unassociated. Now, till then, it is sticking. It is part of the body. It is part of the shell, inseparable as if. But has an independent kernel is different from the shell. Yet, it is stuck to the, just like we are stuck to the body. One day, water dries up and it separates. To this bird, when it separates, we call it bird. So, the shell, the coconut which is associated with the shell, water is still there inside. It has not dried up, but it understands, one day I will dry up. I become the copra. So it wants to. So it is addressing, don't stick to this shell anymore. Sing the glory of God. So that the water of worldliness dries up, you shrink down and you separate from the body. You go on, instead of looking outside world and running after this world, leave this worldly drive and think of God. Sing, O my soul, O the bird within, sing the glories of God. That is the song going on. Sing, O bird, that nestles, that is nestles, which is made this body as the nest. In Kannada, what do you say, nest? Good. So, good. So, in Hindi, we say ghosla. So, in the nest, that nestles deep within it nestles. It has made this whole bodily existence as its nest, and it is living there inside. Nestles within my heart. Sing, O bird, that sits on the kalpa tree of Brahman, kalpa vriksha of Brahman. Bird that sits on the kalpa vriksha. Where is that Jivatman resting? It is in the Paramatman. It is always associated with the individual consciousness, is inseparable part of the absolute consciousness. Vishwa Chaitanya, Jiva Chaitanya, Vishwa Chaitanya, and the absolute existence, Parabrahma. Just like a pot is there in a room, the pot space, room space, and the space, infinite space beyond. Pot space is Jivatman, room space is Ishvara, the Lord of the universe, and the infinite space beyond is Brahman. So Brahman is infinite existence. The universal existence is the Ishvara, the Lord of the universe, and Jivatman. Space is akhanda, you cannot cut. I went to USA, I brought one space, you don't say. You can't bring, it is cut, you cannot cut and bring. It is not cake. Space is not cake. So it is akhanda, you cannot cut. So still I say pot space and room space, as if they are different. Like the spot space is Jivatma, which is inseparable part of God, inseparable of the absolute existence. So this, where is this space, spot space? It is in the infinite space beyond. Brahman, it is in the Kalpavraksha of Brahman. How beautiful terms they use, you see. O bird that sits on the Kalpa tree, Kalpavraksha of the Brahman, sing God's everlasting praise. When you give something to somebody, he will finish within maximum one day. Give anything to anybody, first thing is he runs how to spend it. But there is a process called giving endowment, which will never end. Suppose I give 10,000 rupees to this ashrama as endowment, as long as the ashrama remains, the fund must be there as it is. He cannot spend it. He can use only the interest that is earned from it. He can invest anywhere, in any way. The earnings he can use, the capital he cannot use. That's called endowment. I want to give to God my praises that will never get exhausted, but He will be enjoying it all the time. So I want to make endowment of my prayers, my praises, stuti gan. I want to do such a stuti that God will never forget it again. So how much of love must be there? Ecstatic love of God. You must be dipped in it. To God to remember you all the time. What should be that love of that devotee could be? That he doesn't forget you. So he is telling, sing God's everlasting praise. Praise that never gets tarnished, never gets spent away, never gets exhausted. The praise goes on and on, just like echo, re-echoing. When I was in forest, there was one place from where if you shout once, it will rebound 8 times. There, I have heard, but I did not go there, elsewhere. Still above, in one place, you can hear 13 times you are shouting. But where I was there in the forest, there was a place from where, if you shout, you will hear it 8 times echoing. From different places it will echo. It is hilly region, hills around. So each hill it goes and comes back 8 times. So it is, the praise will go on rebounding again and again to the ears of the God eternally. Everlasting praise. Taste, O bird, the 4 fruits of the Kalpavraksha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. These are the 4 demands of the nature. Nature has made the jiva in such a way that nature's plan is evolution of jiva to the divinehood. Jiva has to evolve to its divinehood. In everyone there will be animalhood, humanhood and divinehood. To destroy the animalhood, transcend the humanhood and manifest the inner divinity. So you have to destroy the Pashu Bhava, go beyond the Manava Bhava and manifest the Daiva Bhava. So if you walk it must be divine, if you talk it must be divine. That is the plan of nature. Attain perfection. Nature moves to the absolute perfection. Zero error. Even your computer can make error. zero error. You look at the configuration of the electronic configuration of the atom, look at the movements of the stars and planets, moons, with what perfection. Stars also move. Sun moves. Now where is the sun? To come back to the same position, it takes 25,000 years. We are passing through, sun is passing through with all his family, grahas and chandras. Whole family is moving. We are passing through a cloudy dust which is illumined by its own light. Each one is a small, small stars, a cloud of stars like we are passing through. To come back, that again it enters into darker regions and then again comes back to its position. And the galaxies themselves are moving. Everything with absolute perfection. You can depict 1000 years after, when there will be Surya Grahana, the eclipse. Time, date, when it catches, when it leaves, it will be there. With that perfection it moves. So, how perfect this nature is. Nature expects you to be perfect. Reach that perfection, ultimate perfection in your life, beyond which there is nothing to be attained, nothing to be. When do we say, when do we process, and where do we end? We bring ore from the earth, raw, prakritika. It is prakriti as it is. Crude ore we bring, then crush it, smelt it, separate the iron or gold, separate the metal, give proper shape. When you make a glass or a plate, it's finished product, nothing to be done again. It is Purna. Like that you attain the Purnatva. Nature is perfect, expects you to attain that perfection. And for that, she goes on giving so many types of experiences. Some are painful, some are pleasant, which makes you evolve. Nature doesn't give what all you seek, but she never fails to give what all you need for your evolution. Sometimes you may need a rod, sometimes you may need a laddu. Both will be given. Whatever makes you evolve, not even what you deserve, but what makes you evolve. If pain is going to make you evolve to your divinehood, well, pain is given to you. If joy is making you to evolve towards divine, joy will be given to you. Neither what you desire nor what you seek. There is no injustice in God and nature. Whatever we get, whatever is happening in everyone's life is absolute necessary for its evolution to its divinehood. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dritavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.